Hello everyone, this is Matt Loop. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. What I'd like to do real fast is share with you a social network that's completely exploded in the past year, just surpassing over 1 million users, and it's great for local businesses, especially if you're a chiropractor, an attorney, real estate professional, dentist, or if you have any other local small business. This can actually get you a massive amount of exposure. The social network is called Foursquare, and I want to go over some statistics real fast before I take you into my account and ultimately take you onto my iPhone so you can see exactly how to navigate this particular network and how you as a business owner can get massive exposure. So it's no secret that smartphones are taking over. In fact, by 2012, Nielsen researchers say that they will be the most used mobile devices in the US. And of course, you know what that means. It means more apps and tons of money to be made. In fact, smartphone consumers this year alone are expected to spend over $6.2 billion and more than 4.5 million downloads. That is huge. And again, if you're paying close attention to the trends, especially for your local business, you're going to be able to harness this revolution to get many new patients, many new customers or clients, and of course make your business grow to unparalleled levels. We're going to start seeing more of these applications as they surface, but Foursquare right now is the most popular location-based app. So now this is great news obviously for Foursquare given the recent statistics that I just gave you. It's a location-based app that debuted around 2009, and as I mentioned before, it now boasts over 1 million users. If you're not one of them, the concept is really simple. You check in at certain places that you like to hang out, like shops, restaurants, cafes, museums, etc., and you leave tips for other people that are going to these particular places. Now, just for an example, some of the things that you can do is you can win badges. You can win badges, of course, if you check in 4 times in a single night. You can get the quote-unquote crunked badge, which really doesn't mean anything to you at this point in time, and I'm going to show you a little bit later how you check in and such. Now, it took about 2 seconds for most small businesses to realize the potential of Foursquare, which also lets you keep track of your best and most loyal customers. Now, if you wanted to offer something to your best and most loyal customers, this is going to be the place to absolutely do that. So what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and log in real fast to my Foursquare account so I can show you the interface. One of the things that I really like about it is you can also connect it to Twitter and you can connect it to Facebook, so every time you post a status update or check in on Foursquare, it goes ahead and propagates to your Facebook and your Twitter, which if you're the local business that is the recipient, like today, for example, I just checked into Whole Foods, there are many people that saw that on my friends list, so that gives Whole Foods some great free exposure, which is going to do the exact same thing for your business. You can see some basic statistics here: total nights out, total check-ins, to-dos now done, total things done. This isn't as elaborate or as complex as a social network like Facebook, so it's very easy to pick up. Here you have a top toolbar, me, history, your stats, your friends. You can see the people in your local area. But what I wanted to really show you is the iPhone application associated with this. And most people now have either iPhones, the Droid, the BlackBerry, the Palm, or some other smartphone technology. So you're definitely going to want to use this. And I think you're going to be pretty amazed when you see what you can do with the iPhone. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take you to my iPhone presentation real fast. So I'll talk to you in a bit.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Matt Loop again. You're looking at my iPhone, and what I wanted to do is take you to the Foursquare icon. As you can see right there, Foursquare is a free application that you can download from the iPhone app store. The iTunes App Store. So you're going to want to download that because it's free. And again, Foursquare is a great location-based, geo-targeted application, and I'll speak more about that in a little bit, just to show you how it can impact not only your chiropractic practice, but whatever business that you have. It's a great application so others can see exactly who's checking in to your business. And most people that you have in your office, if they check in with Foursquare at your clinic, their friends are going to see, which is going to get you a tremendous amount of exposure. So this has really garnered a lot of popularity. So make sure you download that. I'm going to go ahead and touch my iPhone and the Foursquare icon so you can see. And normally what it does when you bring up the application, you're going to see a little pop-up that says, do you want Foursquare to be able to isolate your location? And you're going to want to check yes to that, because that's going to allow the GPS that Foursquare has to isolate exactly where you are, so you can see local businesses around the area and many other things. So you're going to want to turn that GPS on. But what's going to happen, I'm going to draw your attention to these little tabs below. You can see the friends, the places, the tips, and Matthew, which is me. Friends are the actual friends that I have on my Foursquare profile. We can see up here, shout, check-in. I'm going to take you down to places. Let's go ahead and hit places. Now this is going to show me exactly in the vicinity where I am. So right now I'm in Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're getting ready to check in at Fogo de Chão. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down once, because my locator has been turned on through Foursquare. I'm going to go ahead and click, or actually touch, Fogo de Chão Churrascaria, and then it's going to give me an option to go ahead and check in. So what I'd like to do is I'm just going to click this check-in tab, Fogo de Chão Churrascaria, and then I can share with my friends. So what I'm going to do, let me type something in real fast. I'm going to go ahead and type in, let's see here, best, oops, let's try that again here. Best caipirinhas in ATL, Atlanta. Now what this is this is actually a tip that you can leave your friends. For example, anyone that frequents this area, that they can see actually some tips of the restaurants or the businesses that you like, or some do's and don'ts to frequent this place, to not. Foursquare is a great place that you can really get good ideas and reviews of different businesses around the area. So I'm just going to click the check-in here. Now what it's going to do, since I have integrated it with my Twitter and also my Facebook, it's going to go ahead and post to my Facebook and my Twitter profiles, which can be very, very beneficial for Fogo de Chão, because now all my friends are going to see that I've checked into Fogo de Chão on Twitter and Facebook. Now, if you have a chiropractic practice or any other type of business, what's going to happen as your friends or as your patients or customers check into your business, their friends are going to be able to see exactly where they have been, which is going to get you a massive amount of exposure. So you want to make it a point, all of your patients that are technologically savvy, get them to get on Foursquare and start to obviously amass their friends in their circle, and they can check in. Make sure you bring it a point to maybe have a sign in your waiting room, or give them an incentive to check in, and just so you can get a more free exposure. It's a very, very good tool. There are so many other applications that you can use for this particular program, Foursquare. I hope you can actually see this all right. So this is the only one that I'm going to go to right now. Let me close this out real fast. Okay, and I'm going to go back to places. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and leave more tips at Fogo de Chão. If I like the food. But again, this is a restaurant, so all the tips that would include be applicable to a restaurant I could add. But if you click on this tips, or I'm sorry, if you go ahead and touch this tips tab, that's going to show you tips from around the area. So right now, as I mentioned before, I'm in Buckhead, so I can see different restaurants or businesses that are around this area that people have given feedback and, of course, votes and reviews and such. So this is a valuable tool as a consumer, but also, again, as a business. So hopefully you enjoyed this particular video, and I want you to download Foursquare, the application, for your iPhone or your mobile device. Immediately start to play around with it, and I think you're going to see very quickly how it can be beneficial to either your practice or any other business that you have. So again, I hope you enjoyed this particular video, and if you haven't already, feel free to add me as a friend on Foursquare, Matthew Loop, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.